going together and play Let's Come Home, doing what they have no business doing to each other. Read.
Both of them have committed an abomination.
An abomination, a filthy, wicked, nasty thing. It is not chic, it is not classy, it's nasty. And you might frown your face up and get angry, but don't get mad at us. The Lord's the one who put it in effect. Read.
They shall surely be put to death.
And that's why you have AIDS and all these other diseases that's killing them. Because now with this whole thing about two men getting married, now what's next? You can marry a pet dog, marry a monkey, bestiality, that's next. It's inevitable. You break one law, you might as well break them all. That's why the Lord is saying, come out. That's why we come out here and we bring the truth to our people. Because in church, all they want to do is justify wickedness. But there is no gray area. Matthew 6:24. No man can serve two masters. Don't you think it's odd? How come now all of a sudden they want to pass laws? You can't pray in school. You can't talk about God in public. You can't walk around and be moral and decent. But yet, if you want to marry a man, you can do that. You can talk about everything that's evil, but you can't talk about God in public. How come you got the, look at the music. In my mother and father's day, it was all about love, unity, let's get together. Now look at what the music is talking about today. Look at what our young people listen to today. Filth and garbage. As I mentioned early on, you got lyrics like, you my B, you my H, come and do my thing, do me baby. And you got it, bring up the modern day. All I'm talking about nowadays is what? We're gonna go to the club, order some bub, I'm gonna get a trick, and blah, blah, blah. Garbage! Our kids are being bombarded by poison. Use drugs, smoke your L, smoke your blunts. And you don't even know what you're smoking these days, man. You're smoking embalming fluid and every other kind of poison. Your lips turn purple. Your skin gets bad. Your breath smells like 3 kids to leave me alone. But that's cool, right? That's cool. And you get lung and throat cancer. And now how are you feeling? That's millions of your brain cells dying. And yet still, you have these idiot rappers. Like I said, look at our young men. Hat torn backwards, their underwear showing in broad daylight in front of their mothers, man. And you wonder why we are looked upon and called niggas in America? We act like niggas and spicks out here. We can't continue to blame. I don't blame white America no more. Anyway, we should know better. But we don't care. Many of us, we don't care. I'm alright, man. I'm okay, man. Read on, brother, man.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve 2 masters.
For you, Gene, for you and anyone else who's listening out here, who is truly seeking the Heavenly Father, no man can serve 2 masters. You can't love the Lord and then still worship Satan. And you are, and let's not forget, USA stands for what? Under Satan's authority. USA, United Satanists of America, because only you can't tell me that Satan is not large in charge out here in America, in the world. Oh, you can't tell me that's not true. Okay? Look at this street right over here. Look at that store. What's it called? Sin City. And a devil with a blunt in his mouth, showing you directly they know where they're at. Right here in your community, you have that kind of a store, Sin City. Read on.
For either he will hate the one and love the other.
And it's coming down to it now. You're going to either love the Lord or hate the Lord. Or you're going to hate Satan or love Satan. And it's clear cut that many of us out here love Satan. But you know what? We stand for the Heavenly Father. We stand for the Lord in Christ. We're going to go out on our shield. But we're not going to bow down. Never mind what America says. We don't care what the federal government says. You can't talk about God in public. We come out here and we're going to talk about the Heavenly Father in public. Period. Read on.
or else he will hold to the one and despise the other.
And that's why it's time for us to wake up. Romans 13:11. That's right. And that's why for you Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, for you Peruvians, Colombians, our Spanish-speaking families, you gotta stop being spicks in America also. We gotta stop being the niggas and spicks that America has deemed us, willingly. I mean, look at how we conduct ourselves out here, Eugene. And to all you young brothers out, how you got all of them like you streetwise, but how you streetwise and you in jail? How come the jail is full of streetwise young men? How you wise and you locked up? Does that make sense? Okay? You got all these rappers, I got my 9mm, and I'll blow you away, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And yet, you see these same rappers getting busted by the cops. Huh? And for you young women out here, how can you even pay your money to listen to 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and a whole lot of these rappers who call you every name but a child of God? You got this awful video right now with Nelly. He got a credit card. He takes the credit card and slides through the woman's behind. And you have your children watching this garbage on BET, bad entertainment television. You call that righteous? You call that holy? And some of you girls, and some of you young ladies, you want to roll your eyes at me? I'm telling you what's right? That show you how sick America is. Hey, oh yeah, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. Hey, yo, fellas, Pink is not gangster. You following Cameron? Pink is not gangster. Let me assure you of that. First of all, that whole Pink thing. I knew some rapper had to start that thing. I remember back in my day, you wore pink, you got beat up real quick. I'm gonna put to you plain. Pink is not gangster, and this whole Cameron with the Dipset, no, that record is stupid. Come on, man, for real. You still worshiping R. Kelly, and R. Kelly's a pervert. You gotta wake up, man. Seriously. Read what you have in Romans 13:11 for me, please.
Romans 13:11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
And it's time for us to wake up out of sleep. Stop sleeping. I'm looking, like I said, I can't harp on it enough. The dress code of our women out here right now. Are we in America or are we in Africa? Are we on Broad and Market on Horns Road? Where are we at? Because I cannot see how some of you brothers allow your wife, your children, to come out here to wear their drama. Say allow. I understand how some of you women, you have children, you have sons and daughters. What kind of example are you setting for your son and your daughter? Huh? That's why I'm glad to see you, sister. I'm glad to see you in a skirt. At least there's some hope. You too. You look nice. That's how women are supposed to be dressed. Covered up modestly. That's why it's high time that we stop sleeping on the Lord, because the Lord is not in a playful mood right now. Read.
For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
And believe it or not, Eugene, our salvation is near. I'm going to tell you like this, there's no way this world can continue on the way it's continuing without there being total self-destruction on this earth. That's why the Lord must come. Read.
Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
But yeah, read Hosea 4:1. That's why we come out here, not to teach hate or put anyone down,